Welcome to Indie Rockers Ball, the Season 9 finale.
And we're glad you tuned in because we have a performance prepared for you guys today that, well, maybe you weren't expecting.
Which will be featuring some of our very own crew members.
Also, a few special guests from another IUP TV show.
And which show is that?
Well, everyone, we'll just have to stick around to find out. Let's get into it.
It's finally time to pack away those pumpkin decorations and bring out the string lights. The holiday season is right around the corner, which means holiday music is also upon us. Pop artist Kelly Clarkson has been known to release her own renditions of classic holiday songs. This year she paired up with soul singer and songwriter John Legend to bring us their own version of the 1944 classic, Baby It's Cold Outside. This song is a mixture of Legend's soulful tempos and the harmonization of both musicians' voices. This cover of the original song takes its own spin on the lyrics as well, since there has been some controversy in the past on the message the song sends. For a while, the original Baby It's Cold Outside, written by Frank Losser in 1944, has carried some controversy on the questionable lyrics. For years, people have debated the true meaning behind the song and if it is appropriate for the current times. Taking this into consideration, Legend and Clarkson rewrote a lot of the lyrics from the original song to make it not dance so much around a questionable conversation between two people. A web story by Good Morning America even calls the song politically correct. Regardless, the cover of this song by the two artists really seems like a great take on a classic holiday song. The two mash very well together to bring us a less controversial holiday song. What do you guys think of John Legend and Kelly Clarkson's rewrite of Baby It's Cold Outside? Let us know on Twitter at IRBTV with the hashtag MusicNews.
If any of you are a fan of the hit Netflix series Stranger Things, you might know about Finn Wolfhard's band's Calpurnia. Wolfhard fills the role of Mike on Stranger Things, but also the role of the lead singer for his band. If this is the first time you're hearing about this as well, we have some sad news for you. After only 2 years of being together, Calpurnia has decided to break up and go their separate ways. The indie rock band announced this decision on November 8th on their Instagram page. They left fans with the following message. It's bittersweet to share this news, but we want to let you know that our time playing together as Calpurnia has come to an end. We're all going to be starting fresh chapters in our lives, new projects, new music, new creative ventures, and new experiences to come. The band originally started as a cover band for other musicians such as Pixies, Twin Peaks, and Mac DeMarco. It was only last year, in 2018, that they released their first EP with some of their original music. Even though the band has broken up, we still recommend you give them a listen if indie rock is your thing. What do you think of their music? Also of the band separating? Let us know on Twitter by tweeting at IRBTV with the hashtag MusicNews. Leah, I'm just letting you know that it's cold outside.
Oh, Annalise, I'm just gonna go get a drink of water.
I know, but since we got the first snow, baby, it's cold outside. If you decide to go, make sure you wear a jacket.
Annalise, I'm not going outside yet. We still have the whole show ahead of us.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Okay then. Well, let's see if Jet's keeping warm on music lesson.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Music Lesson. This week on Music Lesson, I'm going to be teaching you Through Glass by Stone Sour. So you're going to start off, and the guitar is going to be a half step down in tuning. So for the intro and for most of the first verse, it's going to be a picking pattern, and it's pretty easy. So it goes like this. You're going to hold a bar chord position with your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the A and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the D. And all you're going to do is play these first two. And you're going to play the open B string. So it's... So you slide that up 2 frets to where your pointer finger's on the 5th fret, and you do the same thing. Then after that, you slide it up where your pointer finger's on the 7th, and you're going to play the first 4 strings in a row. So it's, and then you play the last 2 one more time. So you, at the very end, you go like that. So it's, you do that one more time, and then the only difference on the end is you play all the strings. So you play it through, so it's. So after you do that and you get to the next part, you're going to play this version of a C. So you're going to hold, it's the first 2 fingers are the original position of the C, but you're going to have your ring and pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom 2 strings. So it sounds like this. Then you're going to play a regular D. And then you're going to play an E minor. And if you want, you can leave those bottom 2 fingers on there if you want it to sound more full. So when you play that, the pattern goes like this. So it's like that, and then the only thing you change for the chorus and the outro is it's the same formation of those 3 chords you just play, except you play them in bar formation. So you're going to hold the same position as you did for the intro, except you're going to put your pinky finger below your ring finger on each of the 3 chords, which was what it makes it. So the ending is just this. Okay, so when you put all of that together, it should be like this. All right, that's how you play Through Glass by Stone Sour. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey music nerds, here's an upcoming release from the prolific music legend Beck. The highly anticipated Hyperspace will hit shelves and digital marketplaces on November 22nd. Hyperspace will be the 13th album for the alt-indie rocker whose catalog features albums like Mellow Gold, Midnight Vultures, and 2015's Album of the Year and triple Grammy-winning Morning Phases. Beck told several music media outlets that this upcoming album is a sequel to his last album, Colors. Beck is known for switching up his musical styles, from his poppy album Modern Guilt to his rap-inspired Guero. Judging from the 2 singles that were released earlier this year, Hyper Life and Uneventful Days, this new album will be a synthy, new wave style album, picking up his pop roots and combining them with his more experimental side. Notably, the album was produced by Pharrell Williams and guest contributors like Sky Ferreira and Chris Martin of Coldplay fame. Do you think the album will deliver? Could we see another Grammy for Beck within 5 years of his last? Let us know with the hashtag #MusicNews.
The Killers are back with a new album and a new tour. Releasing the news on Twitter, the band announced Imploding the Mirage, their new album set to be released in the spring of 2020. In the same tweet, they announced they would be traveling to the UK and Ireland for a tour. Quote, introducing Imploding the Mirage. Pre-order the album to get access to pre-sale tickets for our UK and Ireland tour at the link below. Future musical teasing imminent, end quote, the tweet read. The last album they released was Wonderful Wonderful back in 2017. though they released the song Land of the Free earlier this year as a backlash to President Trump. It is unknown if the song will be on the new album. Pre-ordering the album by November 19th gives you earlier access to tickets for their tour. Singer Brandon Flowers said that they have been working on the album in Utah. Quote, "That's where I fell in love with music for the first time," he said. The tour of the album starts May 28th and ends June 16th.
What's your favorite genre of music, Annalise?
I'm thinking like country. What's your favorite genre of music?
All of them.
I also think it's interesting that there's a whole genre of music dedicated to comical lyrics, like comedy music.
Yeah. Some examples might be Tenacious D, Weird Al Yankovic, Joji, and many more.
Did you know I wrote a song about a tortilla, Leah?
Really?
Yeah, it was more of a rap.
That's a knee slapper. Well, let's see what they have to say about comedy music on Rockers Review.
Oh, what's up, rockers? We're here with Rockers Review. I'm here with Gage and Danny. We're going to be talking about some comedy music, in the sense of the episode having some comedy in with Sketch-O-Phrenia. We love them, fantastic people. But we're going to talk about how comedy kind of mixes with music. So, how about you guys? What are kind of some of your first artists you think of when you think of like comedy music?
I would have to say Bo Burnham, definitely.
Burnham.
Just right off the bat, just ever since like first hearing him back like a couple years ago and being like, oh my God, this guy is a genius. But yeah, straight up Bo Burnham, Weird Al, that stuff, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say Weird Al just because, I grew up with him. He's hysterical. I love him. I used to watch his music videos on YouTube, like when I was a kid and think they were funny, pass them around to my friends, you know. Dimitri Martin too is one of my favorites. He's hysterical.
See, I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah,
He's just a stand-up comic, but he happens to just take out a guitar and just talk while he's playing the guitar. But it's funny.
It's music and comedy.
I still count that as musical comedy.
Yeah.
I like his very observational sense of humor.
I'll have to look him up for sure.
Absolutely.
I'd say my favorite comedy artist is Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky is he's hilarious. He talks about wanting to be this serious rapper, but at the same time he does it by being funny. Like his whole mission is just messed up. It's all in different directions. He says, I don't know how familiar you guys are with him, or if you listen to a lot of his music. I know a good song that he did was Professional Rapper, where he talks about trying to become a professional rapper, and he talks about his background, and you realize he's nothing like anybody you've ever heard in the rap scene. But I remember he talked about his formula, and he said, I'm making stand-up rap for the people who are anti-rap, and I found out that the anti-rap is ironically one of the only real brands of rap left. And it sounds pretty complex, but he does that with a lot of his songs. I know he did Earth, which was supposed to be a little more serious, but it's serious with, oh hey, here's a funny message, but it's about saving the planet. But I'd say as far as comedians go, he's up there with me.
So I didn't realize that was a whole genre of music, stand-up rap, but I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. I know there's a couple of different, some people might even argue some of Eminem's earlier stuff is comedy rap. Some of his stuff is just absurd.
Hey,
Slim
Mom's
Shady.
Spaghetti.
Mom's
what?
Spaghetti.
What?
He talks about Mom's Spaghetti. Don't even worry about it.
I think that even in darker songs like that song, there can be humor in it, and that just, it's like in a movie. I think a little bit of humor can do a lot for easing the tension of something, or at least just making, if the audience is aware of the fact that you're able to laugh at yourself, then they want to root for you more.
Yeah.
I think of somebody like MF Doom, who is very, he always has lyrics and stuff, and he always talks about harsh life in the city and some realities, political truths and everything. He has all these things to talk about, but he's never afraid to throw some hilarious one-liner in there, just for the hell of it, just because it helps you understand that he's not trying to take himself too seriously, and that he's willing to make fun of himself a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly I couldn't have said it better myself. You said it's you put people on your side by making them have a little laugh with you. And I think that's really funny, and I think that's how, like I was saying with like Lil Dicky, like he comes into like this overall serious industry with like rap music. Like you see a new rapper pop up every day. But like he comes in, he's like, hey, everybody look at me. I'm like short white dude with curly hair, and I talk about, you know, just some absurd, obscene stuff, which, you know, obviously is not TV safe, so I can't get into it, but just like some of the most ridiculous stuff, and like it makes you kind of laugh at him, but at the same time you're like, okay, I can like vibe with his energy, like you can kind of get behind him.
Absolutely.
I don't know, I feel like definitely a Kanye song would be on there, but I know one thing's for sure, the best thing is we wouldn't know what to expect. Like I feel like we know what what we want to expect, but it's Weird Al and it's music from this era, and I don't think we'd ever understand what to expect.
Oh yeah, especially because of how different it is from like music from back in the day to now. It's just such a wide spectrum.
He had such a great like breadth of genres to work with, but they kind of like all work together. And now music is just all over the place.
Oh, for sure.
So
I think as a closing thought, music and comedy have always gone together since the dawn of music. And I think it's important that it stays there, and that I think both of them evolve together.
Yeah.
Humor and music rely on the subversion of expectations, and I think that's what makes both of them good. So
absolutely,
they will always continue to grow together. But
I think that's like the best way to end that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on that note, guys, we appreciate you sticking around for this enlightening conversation, and we hope to see you next season.
Taylor Swift's brawl with Scooter Braun continued on Thursday, November 14th, when she took to Twitter to express her frustrations. She claims that Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta are not allowing her to perform her old songs at this year's American Music Awards, set to take place on November 24th. An excerpt from her Twitter message reads as follows. Quote, Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun have now said that I'm not allowed to perform my old songs on television because they claim that would be re-recording my music before I'm allowed to next year, end quote. In addition to that, the message also addresses that Braun will change their decision if she agrees to not re-record the same versions of her songs next year. Along with that, she has to stop talking about them in the media. Taylor Swift is reluctant to agree to these terms and claims that they had nothing to do with writing her songs or the ties she has with her audience. She has expressed the need for her fans to defend her during this troubling time and simply just wants to sing her own music. Scooter Braun and Scott Borchetta have not commented on her message since she posted it, and this situation is still unfolding.
Harry Styles has released Watermelon Sugar, the latest taste from his upcoming album Fine Line, which will be released this December. The singer announced an expansive world tour earlier this week. Styles debuted the song on Saturday Night Live last weekend, where he served as both host and musical guest. The rock track has the singer nostalgic for That Summer Feeling, and the song really gives off that vibe with a bangin' rhythm and cool lyrics that'll make you want to blast the song with the windows down. Styles began hyping up the album Fine Line in early October with the single Lights Up. He announced the official album title and release date, December 13th, last week. Give the song Watermelon Sugar a listen and let us know what you think with the hashtag music news on our social media.
Ma. This is it, guys.
The moment you guys have all been waiting for.
A performance from your very own cast and crew of IRB.
And our special guest for this evening.
Let's sketch this out.
What's up, rockers, gamers, and Sketch-O-Maniacs alike? I'm Liam Noble, and I'd like to welcome you to check this out. Today we have a special crossover with Sketch-O-Phrenia, so let's get right on to it.
Summer has come and passed. Our vacations don't seem to last. Wake me up at semester's end. Like Thanksgiving's come to pass, 7 days have gone so fast. Wake me up at semester's end. Here come exams again. They're everywhere like stars. Drowning in work again. It's time to raise the bar. As my memory rests, of course it does with all these tests. Wake me up at semester's end. Winter break has come and passed. I guess it's time to get to class. Wake me up at semester's end. Bring out midterms again. How long until spring break begins? Wake me up at semester's end. Here come our grades again, falling like the stars. Drenched in this work again, the end it seems so far. As I start to forget, all I've learned now is regret. Wake me up at semester's end. Spring break has come and passed. Why do these breaks go oh so fast? Wake me up at semester's end. Like the school years come to pass, 30 weeks have gone so fast. Wake me up at semester's end. Wake me up at semester's end. Wake me up at semester's end.
Thank you guys so much. If you like that performance, then you'll really like Sketch-O-Phrenia. We've got a bunch of different parody content, so if you haven't already, sketch us out. Right, I'm going. God, heathen.
It's my turn. Yeah. Hello, my name is Tristan West. I will be doing a rendition of Phantom of the Opera. I will not be using teleprompter because I do not need it. I have that much talent, obviously. Okay. And say that's on. Decently well. Okay. Here we go. In dreams he sang to me, in dreams he came, that voice which calls to me and sings my name. The Phantom of the Opera is here, inside my mind. Sing once again with me our strange duet, that voice which grows stronger yet, And though you turn from me to glance behind, the Phantom of the Opera is here inside your mind.
Thank you.
Coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with the kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm going to sleep and she's going to bed, 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 and I'm going to bed, and my stomach is sick now. She's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress now. Let me go. I just can't look. It's killing me and taking control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jealousy, turning sex into scenes, turning lucid lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eagle eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside.
There you go. There we have it.
I must say, Leah, I think IRB is the best cover of Mr. Brightside out there.
I really felt like I was at a real performance of Phantom of the Opera too, with Tristan's rendition of it.
Honestly, what a good way to wrap up this season.
Whoever said we couldn't sing too? We should start a band.
An IRB band? Anyway, rockers, thanks for tuning into our season finale.
Like always, make sure to follow us on social media at IRBTV or at Indie Rockers Ball, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We'll see you in the spring, everyone.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Just gonna introduce ourselves. My name is Patricia and I'm a part of Sketch-O-Phrenia.
My name is Tristan West. I'm also a part of Sketch-O-Phrenia.
My name's Mac Mead, and I am also a part of Sketch-O-Phrenia.
So Tristan, can you tell us what is Sketch-O-Phrenia?
Sketch-O-Phrenia is a sketch comedy show. We do we do sketch parodies. We do original comedy. Basically, whatever we think is funny, in 3 to 5 minute sketches. And we air on Wednesdays. We're on YouTube. Check us out. On link. Maybe they put a link here. I don't know. Who knows? Mac, what's it like to be a member of Sketch-O-Phrenia?
It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of fun sketches. We have a really good time as we're filming, and we really would appreciate the involvement.
Yeah, thanks. We love you.